What's up everybody, it's the one, the only, the Phenome, and welcome to part 5 of my Warhammer 40k Dawn of War campaign playthrough. Now, in the previous video we continued on with our Space Marine campaign. Well, it's actually the only campaign, but regardless. And we continued fighting the orcs. Nothing too much out of the ordinary initially. We got some new units, we got Assault Marines, we got Whirlwind artillery tanks. Cleared out some orcs. There was a funny part where we came across this land bridge that led into the main orc base, and I was really lucky that because of my paranoia and my OCD, I had 9 dreadnoughts marching in front of my infantry, and yeah, that was a great decision because as it turns out, first they unleashed a Squiggoth on my Space Marines. Luckily, managed to fight them off with the help of the dreadnoughts, and then the vanguard of the dreadnoughts walked into, I would say, about 8 to 12 looted tanks. Now, if you don't know what a looted tank is, then it's the standard Imperial Lehman Russ tank, and it's just driven by an orc crew. It's been, taken for a little ride by the orcs, and it was really lucky that I decided to send in the dreadnoughts and have many dreadnoughts in front, because I remember that usually you could do that with just your Space Marine squads. Definitely not the case in that on that occasion, but in the end the orc bases were down. But we did uncover that Chaos, as always, is pulling the strings behind the orcs. Well, maybe not as always, but most of the time you'll see in Dawn of War, orcs are usually just puppets for Chaos, and this is definitely the case. And yeah, the Marine scouts actually noticed that a Chaos dropship was leaving, so we go into Mission 5 armed with that knowledge, and we'll see what happens next.
The orcs have been repelled, and their war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of Chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a Space Marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
And yeah, events on his homeworld of Cyrene. I wonder what the wonder what the good commander has done on Cyrene then. So as you can see, the orc number, despite all the orcs we're killing, the orc numbers are multiplying, and it's easy to see how they would overrun these 4 particular major cities. Maybe this is like the whole continent on Tartarus, but overall, yeah. At least this part of the planet, definitely not looking good. Definitely not looking good. But we're sort of outside of that area where the main orc attack forces are, which is where we're gonna be looking for Chaos.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here, where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of chaos. We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here.
Yeah, buddy, those weren't, chaos. I'll just let you know. Alright, objective added. Bring the Force Commander and the Librarian to the end of the path.
The sacred artifact will now be available to us. Construct it, and we will have access to powerful abilities.
I await your instructions. I await your
Let's start building some
instructions.
generators. Those will be useful.
Today, the enemy shall know fear.
At your command,
Fill out the
commencing
scout squad.
infiltration.
What would you have me do? My faith is my shield.
Alright, each commander will have his own battalion.
Men, you will follow my
He who
directives from here
stands
on
with
out.
me shall be
How
my
can I
brother.
serve? What is it you desire?
I hope
Yes.
the Colonel's voice isn't going to be coming up all the time now that I select that
Hope
unit.
is the first step on the road to disappointment. How can I serve?
Feeling a bit sleepy now.
Yes, Lord.
Marine squad deployed.
Yes.
Moving out.
How can I serve?
None can stand before the Inquisition. I am ready to pass judgment.
I stand ready.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Come on.
Marine squad deployed.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, it is a
I
bit
did
of a...
well.
Yes, I will
Yeah, I'm
crush
gonna
the
move out
enemy
now,
beneath my
although,
boot.
not that
No
fun
one
to...
will stop us.
Well, I'm not that confident moving out with the force like this, where
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
the units are still like, you know, just 4
I can
dudes.
sense the
But
enemy. They are
I'm also like I enjoy recording strategy gameplay and all, like strategy game
Yes, my lord.
gameplay, but
Yes, my lord.
especially those with base building, there is a lot of tedium involved when you actually have to build up the
Fear not the
base
psycho.
and build up your forces.
Yes,
I mean,
most beneficent
maybe some
one.
people enjoy that, and if you are one of those, like, if you are one of those people, then kudos to you. I'm glad I can bring more than just the, you know, the blood and the explosions, and yeah, entertain you with more than that. But otherwise, it is. I am aware that this doesn't look the most exciting, like the most exciting part of gameplay.
Fortress with its gates unbarred
But
and
yeah,
unguarded.
I am gonna risk it for the biscuit a little bit. Try and move to the next bit.
At your command.
Hopefully those Eldar won't pop out of nowhere. Damn. Where can they even come from? This looks like... Well, I don't even know what this is supposed to be, like these nice round, geometric, even geometric shapes. I mean, this is supposed to be a tiered sort of forest. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't have steps like that.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Pretty sure that's a bit bogus. Right, I'll upgrade the listening post right away and then continue moving with my main attack force.
I await your instructions.
Heavy bolter turret.
Initializing build protocol.
Venerate the
Alright.
immortal emperor. It will be done. Venerate the immortal emperor. Venerate the
Right.
immortal emperor.
2 full battalions
detect
are
uncertainty in your
up already.
purpose? I shall never tire.
Orcs, attack!
None can stand before us.
They weren't
No
attacking.
such thing as innocence.
They were fleeing.
Only
What could we
inspire fear in an orc? Do I detect
Whatever
uncertainty
causes
in your
fear in,
purpose?
well,
I shall never
whatever
tire.
does that
Scouts
to
ready.
orcs, we should be careful not to run into the same thing unprepared.
Venerate the immortal
None
emperor.
can stand before the Inquisition.
What I definitely
Yes,
need to do
most
is
beneficent
get
one.
the strategic
As
point
you
set up.
wish.
Listening point set up on that strategic... Well, listening post on the strategic point. There. I got it. I totally know what I'm talking about. That'll give us more resources
As you
and
wish.
yeah, a bit more control over this map. Now,
Position secure.
the upgraded listening post is not available by the look of things,
Yes, Lord.
which is a bit of a shame,
Initializing
because
build
obviously that
protocol.
makes the economy a bit better with without having to move out too far. Alright, so I'll build up this listening post and then upgrade it right away.
Fear not the
In the
sight.
meanwhile, I can start adding more dudes to the squads. I think an armory was built, which means I can get on with heavy weapons research. Alright, luckily I only need to fill out 2 units. 2 squads
Here
of
to serve.
marines.
I exist to
I
serve.
stand ready.
Once I'm done with that, then I think we can move on to heavy weapons.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Scouts here.
This day shall be a glorious
At your
one for the
command.
Imperium. Something is not
We'll move
right
ahead
here. This
and
day
mark
shall
these
be a
knowledge
glorious
positions.
one for the Imperium. They were dispatched by Imperial
It's the
hands.
first step on the
We
road
must
to
proceed with
disappointment.
caution. Walk softly.
Yeah, I guess he sees more than I
Carry
do.
a big gun.
More bodies.
Faith and duty.
Scouts ready.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Strategic
Beware
point.
the Eldar.
Perhaps we were mistaken about the presence of the forces of chaos.
Be it Eldar or Chaos, I will have answers either way. Press on. Today, the enemy shall know fear.
Destroy any Eldar
This
Woodway
day
gates.
shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. Beware.
At your command. We'll move ahead and mark any
He
enemy
who
positions.
stands with me shall be my brother.
I await your instructions.
Alright, so...
As you wish.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't even see these strategic posts on the map. Strategic points. God damn it, game.
Yes, Lord.
God damn it, game. Why do you have such similar names for all these things? Right. This time, I'm gonna go with the monastery upgrade and then upgrade the total income of requisition.
On alert, brothers.
Because I
The
definitely
enemy
need
must
more.
be nearby.
I know that for a fact. Also gonna invest in some heavy bolters, so we can deal.
On alert, brothers. The enemy
So we
must
are
be
better
nearby.
at dealing with enemy
Here to
infantry.
serve.
Position secure.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Right, another listening post is on the way. Take out these guardians before they destroy the listening post. Now this
Today,
is
the enemy shall know
also this is
fear.
another thing. I guess this is a bit of
Beware
a
the
connected
alien.
topic to something to another thing that I've noticed, but not in this game, but in Dawn of War 3. So, as you may or may not know, at the moment
On
I am
alert,
doing a
brothers.
playthrough
The enemy
of
must be nearby.
Dawn of War 3. As I've been going through, that's pretty much gonna end my sort of full playthrough of the entire Dawn of War storyline, or storylines that are available in the Dawn of War game. So, Dawn of War, Winter Assault, Dark Crusade, Soulstorm, Dawn of War 2, Chaos Rising, Retribution, and now Dawn of War 3. And yeah, whilst doing this, I have uncovered that I'm really, well, I really think that the system with the strategic points and listening posts, comparing games 1 and 3, there's not even a, you know, it's not even close in terms of comparison.
Under fire.
Oh crap.
I await your
Praise the
instructions.
Emperor.
I noticed that there was a Falcon Graf
I
tank.
await your
Ah,
instructions.
okay. But yeah, I noticed that it's not even close in terms of how the game plays, just in general. But like one of the most noticeable things is listening posts. You can fortify around listening posts. You can work with them and create, you know, sort of like forward bases and stuff like that. That kind of just, to me, as a casual
He who
player,
stands
that doesn't
with me
work
shall
in
be my
Dawn of War
brother.
3. Like the listening posts themselves
Here
seem
to
insanely weak. Like here, you can see,
Yes, Lord.
like it took maybe 10%
I
damage
await your
at most.
instructions.
And with the dude repairing it, it wasn't taking that much damage in general. In Dawn of War 3, this listening post would have been done. It would have been destroyed, just with 2 battalions assaulting it from, you know, one after the other. And that's just, that kind of a difference is just terrible. It's just not fun gameplay.
While the enemies
yeah,
of the Emperor
definitely
still
prefer
draw breath,
using
there
listening
can be no
posts.
peace.
The way listening posts work in
Yes,
this game
most beneficent one. Initializing
compared to
build
Dawn of War 3.
protocol.
Just yet another criticism of Dawn of War 3. Like, the formula of the first game was amazing. All they
This
need to
day
do is
shall
spice
be a
up the
glorious
graphics, get a
one
new
for the
story in,
Imperium.
and yeah, maybe drop in some new mechanics. And you know
It's the
what? I
first
think in
step.
that case,
While
the
the
fans
enemies
would
of
have
the
been well
Emperor still
satisfied.
draw breath, there can be no
Including
peace.
myself, really. Because this formula works. It's amazing. Right. But that's, yeah. You didn't
Yes, most
start watching this
beneficent
video
one. Here to
for
serve.
me ranting about Dawn of War 3. It's not really what I wanted to do here.
Yes,
What I
most
wanted to do
beneficent
is,
one.
yeah, have some fun gameplay for this. Yeah, the map seems to be a bit broken.
This day shall be a glorious
This is
one for
basically
the
I'm
Imperium.
I've modified some of the options to
My
have
faith is my shield.
well, 1920 by 1080 resolution.
I serve mankind.
And yeah, I guess that's bugged out the map for this mission.
We are united in his service.
Oh yeah, now I can actually see. Yeah, it's just this frame is
On
out of
alert,
place.
brothers. The enemy must be
It's
nearby.
kind of strange, but oh well.
Yes, Lord. I exist to serve.
Over here, maybe go to
Initialize
turret.
protocol.
This day shall be a glorious one. Fall back. For the Imperium. We need Rhino transport tanks. Beware. They will allow us to get through unscathed and attack the Dark Reapers on those cliffs above.
Avoid the Dark Reaper
The Emperor
ambush.
protects.
As far as I remember,
Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine cult.
I await your
as far as I remember,
instructions.
Rhino transports themselves were really
I
fragile.
exist to serve.
But
Yes, Lord.
okay.
I will do as
I'll
you
drop a
ask.
machine cult in the
Scouts
forward
in position.
position, so yeah, I'll drop it in the forward position, so new vehicles might be more available, you know, sooner.
Yes,
Heavy
most
bolters
beneficent one.
finished. That's enough for acquisition, but I need more power.
With all due haste, yes, Lord.
Yeah, you actually move
Yes,
back to
Lord.
the base
As you wish.
and I'll drop another plasma generator. Need to improve the power income. Just wait a moment, and there it is. Alright, gonna start pumping out Rhino transports as soon as this comes up. Still no tier 3 available. A bit sad. Right, so I need to go from here to here. I guess the Dark Reapers are going to be sitting somewhere. Huh, hold on. There's a way around here. So they're guarding the exit there, but it's not like that exit is the actual way to go. So, in truth, they're just guarding this place, but yeah, I gotta get up here. There's another strategic point, so that's gonna again strengthen my economy.
Today, the enemy shall know fear.
Let's load in these units.
I am ready to pass judgment.
It looks like 2 battalions might be able to enter.
Rhino transport deployed. Rhino here. Going straight to the front lines. Rhino transport is prepared.
Take me to the front.
Rhino here.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. For the Emperor, be swift, driver. What would you have me do?
Only
My
one
faith is
battalion
my
can
shield.
go into one transport. Okay. Cool.
I await your instructions.
Yeah, I'll drop the sacred artifact here. Somewhere.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Power income upgrade is finished.
Yes.
So these 2 battalions are in their transports.
Transport is prepared.
Yeah, I remember that there were 4
No one
rhinos needed.
will stop us.
Come on. Vehicle cap. Increase.
Rhino transport deployed.
Alright, Colonel, in you go.
Rhino ready. Going straight to the
Like, look at these. 500 health.
Rhino transport
I
deployed.
am ready to
I don't
pass
know how
judgment.
safe these
Rhino
are.
ready.
They definitely don't feel safe, is what I'm gonna say. I should start considering building up dreadnoughts, though. Sacred artifact is finished.
Here to
So since
serve.
I have 4
Apothecaries
commanders,
are standing by to tend to our
Initializing
wounded.
protocol.
Build them at the
Build
sacred
routine
artifact.
721 initiated.
okay, apothecaries are available as well, so I might as well push out more Space Marine squads. I'll attach apothecaries to them. They'll be healed.
Rhino ready.
Alright, dudes,
Going
let's
straight to
go.
the front lines. Take refuge within our armor.
The enemy is
Let's
attacking.
roll.
Take refuge within our armor. Rhino
Taking damage.
Rhino
This is where I leave you.
refuge within our armor.
Move out.
Take refuge within our armor. Rhino transport is prepared.
I am prepared.
Rhino here.
Disembark.
Take refuge within our armor.
Beware the alien.
Alright, time to clear these boys out.
Walk softly and carry a big gun. Today the enemy shall know fear. Today the enemy shall know
Gonna lose a
fear.
few dudes here, because this is a really uncomfortable place to advance in.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can
Scouts
be
in
no
position.
peace.
Here to serve.
Yep, and meanwhile scouts will be moving up.
Yes.
Taking heavy fire.
How can I serve? It will be done.
No, Colonel, don't die.
It will be done. The Emperor protects.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. For the glory of the Emperor. I serve mankind.
Heavy weapons online and fire.
Scouts
Well,
awaiting
Dark Reaper
orders.
ambush is finished.
Infiltrating enemy territory.
Rhino ready.
Praise the Emperor. Faith and duty.
In the meanwhile,
He
My main
who
force
stands
will keep
with me
moving
shall
up.
be my brother.
I await your
so yeah,
instructions.
move here.
Yes, Lord.
Scouts in position. Infiltrating enemy territory.
Rhino ready.
Yeah, park these rhinos over here, where they're not gonna get in the way of
Carry
anyone.
the virtuous. Rhino transport is prepared.
It's funny that their Eldar don't seem to attack anymore. Obviously, I shouldn't have said that because they're gonna do that exact thing in a moment, but still. Right, 4 units and 4 apothecaries, I think, was the limit, and yep, that is true. Power weapons as well.
The Emperor
Artillery ready.
protects. By my command.
Taking
Attack.
heavy fire. Apothecary ready.
Right, heavy bolters. Oh, warp spiders, wow.
The Emperor protects.
Well,
Marine squad
you
ready.
ported into the
On
right
alert,
place.
brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Start fighting up
I
this
shall
hill.
not fail. My aim shall not fall. Today the enemy shall know fear. Today the enemy shall know fear. Follow me into battle.
Those are Dark
On
Reapers.
alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Marine squad deployed.
Right,
Scouts
you
here.
guys have capped that point.
Gathering intelligence.
Beware
To
the
this point now.
I await
build
your
this up.
instructions.
The battlefield awaits. We are the Emperor's chosen.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be
move up.
no peace.
Marine squad deployed.
Walk softly. Carry a big gun. On
Yeah,
alert,
these dudes just
brothers.
got dropped.
The enemy must be nearby.
Very nice, very nice.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Follow me into battle.
Let's go uphill.
While the enemies
No,
of
the
the Emperor
colonel's
still draw breath,
recovered
there can be no
remarkably
peace.
quickly.
My aim shall not falter. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Alright. That's all of the Space Marine squads
We
ready.
stand ready.
Alright, so missile launcher,
Awaiting orders.
heavy bolter,
Position secure.
plasma
At your
gun,
command.
and rocket launcher.
Yes, my lord. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's fight. We stand ready.
Let's get these
Apothecary
apothecaries
here.
healing some units.
The battlefield awaits. What are your needs?
Alright, second
No servant of the Emperor
Second
shall
group,
fall
move
if I
out.
can help it. They are
This
finished.
day shall be a glorious
meanwhile,
one
we'll
for the
continue
Imperium.
pushing on.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Yep, the gate was
This day shall
destroyed
be a glorious one
really
for the
quickly.
Imperium.
The Viper jet bike had no
Praise
chance.
the Emperor.
I await your instructions. Here to serve.
Right, now try
As
and
you wish.
keep a hold on all the
Yes,
strategic
Lord.
points.
With all due
I'll even get
haste.
camouflage for my, well, infiltration for my scouts. And all the war gear my units would ever need.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Scout Marines,
Strategic point
Walk
identified.
softly
take strategic
and
point.
carry a big gun.
There might be a big Eldar force in this clearing. There's another
Taking hit.
area.
Today the enemy shall
Oh, hello.
know fear.
Point blank fire.
Today the enemy shall know fear. Today the enemy shall know fear. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
A
nearby.
Seer Council, damn. That was a waste. A waste of a Seer Council.
This
I have to
day
say.
shall
Oh,
be a
they're attacking
glorious
something.
one for the
Orcs,
Imperium.
probably.
At least we know that the
Follow me
Orcs and
into
Eldar
battle.
are not in league together.
When one enemy attacks another, it does not mean they aren't in league.
While the
Just
enemies
that
of
they
the
are living
Emperor
up to their
still
lack
draw
of
breath,
honor.
and those who lack honor deserve death.
Destroy the Orcs in their base. That was exactly what I was gonna do.
The
Anyway.
Emperor protects. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
What are your needs?
Right.
Position
Might as
secure.
well be done with this whilst I wait for my second battalion, the second group to catch up.
today the enemy shall know fear.
Taking damage.
Walk softly. Carry a big gun. For the glory of the Emperor.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's fight.
Ah, the Eldar are gonna ambush us. But the second group came in right on time.
Follow my lead, for the Emperor. My aim shall not falter.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Alright, I have captured that point as well.
Yes, most beneficent one. With all due
I think
haste.
that was a bonus objective. Yeah, that was... That was indeed.
What would you have me do? Praise the Emperor for the honor of the chapter.
Alright, building a pile of guns as well as a wall banner.
Apothecary here. What are your needs?
Captured this strategic point.
Taking heavy fire.
Throw some rockets in there.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
How can I serve? What are your needs?
I'm surprised they didn't go with the
I
usual,
am
oh, this is a
prepared.
pretty good position for a forward base. Or something like that.
Apothecary here.
Which it is.
I
honest.
am ready to pass judgment.
Knowledge is power.
What is it you
Hide it
desire?
well. Hope is the first
Area
step on the
secured.
road to disappointment.
The battlefield awaits. I follow your commands. What are your needs?
Let's move up.
Scouts here.
For the
I
Emperor!
await your instructions. I
Yep. Let's
exist
drop
to
a
serve.
stronghold here.
My faith is my shield. Praise the Emperor. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Taking damage.
Yeah, Seer Council's serious business. I think there might have been multiple Seer Councils.
Scouts awaiting orders. Gathering intelligence.
He who stands with me shall
Fallen
be.
shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw
Forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. I follow your commands. The battlefield awaits. Attack!
Give everyone some space. And then start crushing one after another. Of course, an apothecary had to die. Because why not?
Beware the Emperor.
We stand ready.
Oh my god, these guys are getting annoying.
Glory!
My faith is my
The
shield.
battlefield awaits.
I guess that is why I don't like plasma
My
guns.
faith is my shield.
They're too close range.
Apothecary here.
Like, the unit with plasma guns is always going to be in massive peril. Considering the Space Marines don't have a proper melee unit, really, until you get... I think in the first game this really is until you get Terminators. And afterwards you can have Grey Knights, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty bad.
As the Emperor's finest.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. What would you have me do?
Alright, this is the place where we need to get to. No, no point in building a stronghold, really. Oh my god. Really?
Follow me into battle. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Just swarms of Eldar. What the hell? I don't remember this happening. Literally, you need to move step by step.
My faith is my shield.
The battlefield awaits. Under fire.
Warp spiders.
Praise the Emperor.
The fallen shall be
My
forever
faith
remembered
is my
as the
shield.
Emperor's finest.
Establishing a secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy.
Yeah. I've already done that.
What is your to serve?
I have an absolute plethora of
I
resources
await
already.
your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
I think my current position is, well, my current force is good enough. I mean, in the event, I'm basically building up in the for the event
Here to
where
serve.
I lose my units. I just wonder if I, for example, if I lose Inquisitor Toth or Cardinal Brahm, if I could actually, you know, rebuild them anywhere. I guess you can't see Captain Angelos and Brother Isidore anywhere in the buildings either. I guess... oops, wrong button. Yeah, it doesn't say that they can't die. So I'm gonna kind of hold on to that. So upgrade this to a fortified position, and then build a machine cult. That way I have chapel barracks, I have a machine cult in a forward position, so all's good. All's good with
On
this.
alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Those are some
This
good dudes.
day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
The fallen shall be
The
forever
Emperor
remembered as the
protects.
Emperor's finest.
Today, the enemy shall know.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Walk softly
The
and
battlefield
carry a big
awaits.
gun. My faith is my shield.
I need to try and
The
keep them
Emperor
as separate
protects.
as I
The fallen
can.
shall be
While
forever
the
remembered
enemies of the
So
Emperor
that,
still
finest.
draw breath, there can be no peace. He who stands with me shall be my brother.
So that they don't sort of tangle each other up. If
This
they get
day
tangled
shall
up,
be a
then
glorious one
How
for
can I
the
serve?
Imperium.
right. I'm just gonna spam dreadnoughts into here. Or here, I guess. And if the fight really gets long, then I might... Well, we'll be getting more dreadnoughts here, from there.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the
Second
Emperor's
unit, you're
finest.
gonna go right. First
Walk
unit, you're gonna
softly
go left.
and carry a big gun. On alert, brothers. The enemy must
What are
be
your
nearby.
needs? Under fire!
Rush the enemy position.
Praise the Emperor. My faith is my shield.
Lost the dude here.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
How can I serve?
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Need to get rid of the seer councils as quickly as possible.
He who stands with me shall be the Emperor protects. This day shall be a glorious one.
Right, lost another apothecary.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
I'm presuming that, yeah,
This day shall
Knows
be a
that with the
glorious
gates.
one for the Imperium.
The battlefield awaits.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic. While the enemies of the Emperor
Marines.
still
The
draw
first,
breath,
uh,
there can be
the
no
first-
peace.
group up.
I am the instrument of his will.
My faith is my shield. My faith is my shield.
The battlefield awaits. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, You have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
Oh, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.
This kind of stuff totally never goes wrong. Never has that ever happened. Alright then. So, we have found a Chaos Altar, and considering the Chaos Sorcerer waits somewhere, I'm pretty sure that we'll be fighting Chaos troops fairly soon. How did the Eldar factor into all this? Remains to be seen. They've got their own agenda, as always. But yeah, for today, that's going to be it then. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you'll leave a like or a comment, that'll be much appreciated. And also don't forget that the channel has Twitter and Facebook pages. Check them out. The links for those can be found in the description of this video, just as well as a link to my Patreon page. If you want to support the channel with more than just your views and your likes, then you can go to my Patreon page and make a pledge to the channel. And yeah, every pledge will make the channel bigger and better within my obviously within what capacity I'll be able to use them. And yeah, that's gonna be it then. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.